It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. I think this is fake.
And you were right about that.
And I was right about that. So 9 times out of 10, I've been right.
So Alex Jones has got himself into a world of trouble, almost $1 billion worth of trouble. This is just genuinely so wild to me. Again, I've said it before like a ton of times on this channel, but I do want to say it again. Not a political channel at all, okay? But the 2017 me would not forgive the current me if I didn't say something about this whole thing going on. It's just so wild because I grew up, when Alex Jones was sort of peaking and he was sort of like having all these like insane moments on his show.
And if you believe the Bible, it's being run by an ancient, powerful entity with super advanced intelligence.
Is that the runoff chemicals in the water are turning the frogs gay.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water.
It was really a sight to behold. Like, I don't think anyone's really had that amount of memeable clips as Alex Jones, and I only showed like 2. Like, there's a wealth. There's a wealth of stuff that he said that is just wild. But there are a couple articles and some stuff I want to look at just to talk about the situation. So let's get into it. Okay, so quick little background. The excerpt I'm about to read you, it's a testimonial from a couple of the people that were involved in the whole Sandy Hook thing. So Alex Jones basically said, oh, this was fake. These are crisis actors. Really dumb on his part. I don't know what made him think that, but I'll read the passage to you. Mark Barden testified that conspiracy theorists urinated on the grave of his 7-year-old son, Daniel, and threatened to dig up the coffin. Barden and his wife were awarded about $86 million. Now retired FBI agent William Aldenberg, awarded $90 million, described the horror he saw at the school as he responded alongside other law enforcement in his outrage at seeing online claims that he was an actor. So already we got pretty wild stuff considering these people are each getting awarded like almost $100 million. Like, this is like long-term money. It's just wild to me. I really don't know how he's going to pay this. But the fact that people were threatening to dig up the grave of a 7-year-old boy, parasocial relationships are just so weird, because that has to be what this is. Like, you're not threatening to do something like that if you don't care about what Alex Jones says, if you're not influenced on some level. And I'm not saying that, oh, it was a good thing that he got banned, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not what I mean here. What I do mean is that when you say things on the internet, people are unhinged, and you really have to watch it. Now, this is a bit of an excerpt from a different article, and it says, money is all that Alex Jones cares about, and the only way to start to even begin to explain how he's made us feel is to hit his pocket. Erica Laffrey, daughter of Sandy Hook principal and shooting victim Dawn Hoffsprung, told Anderson Cooper Wednesday, it's the thing that's going to prevent him from doing this to other families. Well, he definitely won't be saying things like this are fake ever again. But at this point, you might have to sell the show, because his net worth is literally negative $900 million. I've never heard of someone having that high of a negative net worth, like, ever. He is for sure like going to declare bankruptcy. I don't think any of these people are gonna get that money. Like, what? That's so insane. $1 billion. This guy has like 65 million, apparently, according to the reports. That bank, he probably went to go file yesterday, because the news broke yesterday. He was on. He probably fired his lawyer that sent all his text messages to the prosecutor. And then he went to a different lawyer, a bankruptcy lawyer, because that's such an insane amount of money. I don't know if this is really about like getting to Alex Jones in particular. Like, they might say that, but I feel like that's best for the case. I really think that it is to like set an example and also be like, hey, this person really hurt us, like really, and it really hurt our lives. Like it messed up our lives. This isn't something that we can, even begin to deal with, really. We've got people threatening us. We have to move all the time. It's insane. It's really wild. Let's continue with the article. But that may not be enough to stop the verdict from being reduced. The trial judge has a vast amount of discretion to consider, Rastad said. The fact that Jones might be revered and the plaintiffs are so sympathetic shouldn't be a factor, he added. In the justice system, Alex Jones and Mother Teresa should be treated the same, Rastad said. Honestly, if the trial judge, if I'm the trial judge, I would decrease it just to guarantee that everybody actually gets money. Because I'm not 100% on how bankruptcies work. And I'm sure somebody watching actually understands. So if I'm getting anything wrong, please correct me. But like, if you file bankruptcy, you're pretty much absolved of that debt. And I'm not sure to what extent you're absolved. I know that you lose like all your assets and you're basically back to square one. But like, people are just gonna get like divvied out portions of his net worth, and like 65 million. So that's like a small fraction of what they would normally get. At least they're still getting something, I guess. Also, do have a question. Would he lose InfoWars? Like, is your show just not his anymore? That is a question that I would have. Like, I don't know. But I did see this funny tweet and I want to share it with you. I know that was a bit of a shaky segue, but I really wanted to get into it. They got Alex Jones and Kanye the same day. The warning signs were there. Go time is now. Prepare for Stalin. I'm glad that this guy figured it out. It's a good thing that we have Hotep Jesus, or I don't know what we would do, really. He is the black Alex Jones, honestly. It's exposing all of these conspiracy theories. I mean, plots, actually. These conspiracy theories that are deep plots. People think they're theories, but they're true. I don't know what we do without him. As soon as I finished that little sarcasm, I literally just went into a coughing fit. I'm gonna cut it out, but it was just so random. In all seriousness, this is the stupidest thing ever. Prepare for Stalin. Okay, so let's just take this at face value. Alright, ignore the stupidity for a second. What are Alex Jones and Kanye going to do against Stalin? I know that the metaphor here is that, like, it's actually like communism. Communism is what's going to come into play here. What? I really don't even understand. I just shouldn't even try. Why am I trying? I don't know. Maybe he sees Alex Jones and Kanye as these like paragons, and once they're out of the way, communism can come in. That's the dumbest thing ever. But that's the only thing that I think he could be thinking. Before I go, I do want to show this clip that I saw a few months ago with Alex Jones on the Blair White show, her podcast. I was actually going to make a video about the podcast, but ended up scrapping it because I decided to make a different video. But I did remember him talking about the situation, and I felt like, hey, why not just refresh myself on what he says happened? So let's get into that.
And before I got sued, because I barely talked about it, people were like, hey, please quit saying this didn't happen. People are harassing us. And I went, you know what? I think some of the anomalies were wrong. I was wrong. I think this happened. School shootings happen. They're terrible. And they were like, oh my God, you admit you lied to get famous, so now we're going to sue you. And it was that admission that I was wrong is when the whole avalanche of stuff began. So,
if things happen the way that he's saying they did, it actually kind of does make me feel a little bit bad. As weird as that is to say, like, I kind of feel bad for him. Really. Like, that must suck for him to be like trying to do a good thing in his eyes of being like, hey, I'm going to stop talking about it. And then being like, oh, boom, we're going to sue you now. I understand suing him. I'm not going to see him be like, oh my God, what? How could you sue him? His First Amendment rights. It's like you can say whatever you want to, but like people are still gonna come after you regardless. Obviously, that's obvious. Everybody knows that. But almost $1 billion is insane. It more than likely will get lowered, but we just have to wait and see for now. So thank you all for watching. Goodbye.